Hello. Hi, Melissa.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Stephanie. I am excited about today.
Me too. Oh my gosh. And I got to see Melissa earlier today because we were planning for OETC. So if you're in Ohio, I would love to know if you're going. But I want to
If you're
just
not in
share.
Ohio, you need to come to Ohio for OETC because Stephanie and I are going to be there, and you definitely want to come and learn with us. We're presenting
Yes,
two sessions together, right, Stephanie?
we are presenting two sessions together.
Out of
Um,
control.
I know it is out of control. And I just want to shout out something that Melissa did. I tweeted about her, but I walk into this meeting and she has like Christmas music playing in this like slide up and she's not on the screen. Like her computer, she's muted, she's off. But I was like, oh my gosh, what a great idea. Because there's times where you're waiting for someone to join your meet, your activity, and you're like, am my camera on? Do I wait camera off? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is nice. I'm jamming to Christmas music before she's about to teach me all the things about our session.
So, if you please let us know where you're from here in the chat. Stephanie and I are from Ohio, and I do a lot of trainings or I'm in a lot of webinars, and that initial time where you log in and you're seeing nothing but the little circle like profile pic is so awkward to me. And everybody's just like silent in that meet. And it's just so awkward, which is different than you're in person, right? Because you come in, you say hi to people, you find your seat. There's a little bit of noise and moving around that you don't have in virtual sessions. So if you're a trainer like me, I highly, highly encourage you to just take that as a pro tip. It helps people to just loosen up and be less awkward when there's waiting room music. And then it's also a conversation starter. I'll play music that's Christmas music around Christmas. I'm always playing like old school jams, like Jackson 5 or Michael Jackson or just random stuff that just keep people grooving and reminding of their childhood because we getting old, y'all.
Don't let me. I'm not getting old. I'm going to stay young.
You're young at heart. We never have to grow up with our jobs though, because we just have to keep learning, which is awesome.
Very, very true. All right. Well, welcome to MathReps today. First, we're going to just kind of talk about what is an app battle, right? And who are these people on the screen if you don't know us? And we also have a giveaway. So you are going to want to make sure you stay around to know that giveaway. But again, welcome. Again, we want to know who's joining us. So let us know in the YouTube chat. My name is Stephanie, and I'm a teaching and learning coordinator over at CAMI. And then we have Melissa joining as well.
Hello, darlings. My name is Melissa Kincaid, and I am a technology trainer, an EdTech trainer for Cincinnati Public Schools here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, and Cincinnati is such a fun place to be. I love going to Cincinnati. Okay,
it is very fun to be in Cincinnati. Today, it is very cold to be in Cincinnati. I don't know what the weather is like that for all of you that are joining us online, but it's a little bitter, figuratively and literally, here in Cincinnati, because a couple of days ago it was like 60 degrees, and now it's like 12 degrees. It's awful. I am not happy.
And it snowed. It snowed today.
It snowed yesterday, and yes. Ohio folks.
Ohio.
I love it. Thanks so much. Oh, you need to wear an Ohio shirt next time.
I did wear my Ohio shirt today.
I love that. Oh,
IO. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. So what is an app battle, right? We're going to learn more about MathReps. We're going to talk about how you might use different ed tech, and we're going to battle me and Melissa, and then you're going to pick a winner. Also, you are going to decide who's the winner, and then we want you to tweet about the book because we want to find a winner for the MathRep book. Lisa has been so generous, and she gave us a book to give away. So again, we're going to do like a social media way to give out that book. And so if you are interested, which you should be, because her book is amazing. I love Lisa. So we'll give that out. So first thing is we also have Michael here, but he's in New Jersey. Oh, I don't know how I feel about New Jersey. I don't even know what they say in New Jersey because like Ohio, we're like OHIO, we're like Buckeyes, but I don't know what New Jersey's sayings are. Do you, Melissa?
You gotta tell us some New Jersey sayings. We throw them out here as we're, faking it like we're from Jersey as well.
Yep.
We'd love to
Yep.
know what you guys do and what you guys say. Hey, if we're all cold, we gotta warm up to each other.
Yeah. So, what is an app battle? An app battle is where me and Melissa go head to head. Typically, there's 7 minutes. However, sometimes I get really distracted by what Melissa is sharing, and I sometimes give her extra minutes because she's just so
Likewise.
engaging. Yeah, Melissa does the same thing, right? And so again, we're here, we're battling, we're sharing how to use a strategy. Right now, we're using Edu protocols, but we're going to move around to different strategies and how you can use different instructional strategies, such as MathReps, and use them using EdTech. Okay, so again, it's kind of that flow of what is an app battle. And Melissa, what are MathReps?
So, first of all, for those of you who do not know me, I am a creative math nerd. I just don't apologize for it anymore. It is me. I love it. I love being creative. I love math, and it's my superpower at this point. It is who I am to my core. So, I am so excited that we have an EDGE protocol that we're highlighting today that has math in its name and is primarily for math instruction. Now, if you've been with us in some of the other app battles, I have always, of course, brought a math twist into it because as a math educator, it's really important that my other math educators know how they can use those strategies within their classroom. So I want to have that conversation. But this strategy is 100% for us, and I'm so excited. So, MathReps, just like the title says, and just like the little icon, I love this logo, by the way, is all about repetition. So notice in the logo, it looks like barbells, right? Or yeah, that's the one is barbells, not dumbbells. Looks like a barbell because when you're working out, a rep helps to keep your muscle stronger. You want to keep doing that same muscle movement again and again and again so that muscle gets stronger, but also be strategic in how you're using your muscles so they don't get like fatigued. And that's exactly what the strategy of MathReps is, taking something that you're giving the students and having them practice that procedure or practice that strategy again and again for a couple days, and then cycling back to that a little bit later so that they keep those math muscles strong. And it's not just about procedural, it can be looking at numbers like combining numbers, decomposing numbers. You can also have them do a math rep where they're always identifying what operation I would use. So there's the sky is the limit. There's so much you can do. And also Lisa, who has literally wrote the book on math reps, gives so many resources to help math teachers get started that are very, very tweakable and very customizable. And we're going to show you guys that. Stephanie's showing the website right now. I'm going to dig into that some more in my 7-ish minutes that we get. There's so much out there, y'all. I think you're really going to be excited like I am.
Yeah, I feel like Melissa is psyched for this because again, it's math. I have taught math for like 3 years, but I really loved helping ELA. So wish me luck today as I battle Melissa.
Now,
Okay,
speaking of ELA, by the way, MathReps is a almost like a partner strategy with 8 parts, which is what we did last month. So go onto our social media, I'm sorry, go onto our YouTube channels and look that other link up if you're interested. But we talked about 8 parts last month, which is very similar to MathReps, but for ELA. So we did these two back to back because they're really kind of partner strategies, just so that you can see how they look together for if you are a ELA teacher or if you're a math teacher.
Yeah, and I had no idea that we had 107 views, Melissa.
That's what's up. That means we have 107 people out there rocking it out, learning with us, which, by the way, if you're one of those 107 or beyond, we definitely want to hear from you. We want to see your strategies. Please tag us on social media, reach out to us, share those awesome things your students are doing. We want to grow together. We're doing these app battles because we just had so many ideas that we would share along with each other that we're like, hey, let's get a bigger community to share this great stuff that's out there and collectively learn together. So please, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here with us and learning with us. This is what we love to do. We love to learn together.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, who's going first? I don't think we're rolling today because we wanted to demonstrate
So,
something, right?
no, we are doing something different. We are doing something different. So, I'm going to share my screen. We are going to use what's called the Wheel of Names. I love the Wheel of Names, y'all. I don't know how many that are joining with us have ever used the Wheel of Names, but I use it for just about everything when I'm putting students into groups, when I'm trying to pick winners, because I'm a trainer. So, we'll run a lot of contests and raffles and giveaways. So, we're always spinning to get winners for that. We'll be putting everyone who uh, posts on social media about this session and tags us. We'll talk a little bit about that later. On to the Wheel of Names. To pick a winner for Lisa's book. And again, we want to say that 20,000 different times. Thank you so much, Lisa, for
I think Melissa is having some Wi-Fi issues, but we do have this spin the wheel. So again, using the Wheel of Names can be a great way for you to be able to spin. And once you spin, you can use that to support your students in their learning. So again, we're giving out one MathRep book. Lisa is going to share out all of that information, and you will be entered into the Wheel of Names. And just make sure that you use the hashtag #AppBattle, and then make sure you tag us all. So that way I make sure I get notified and I'm like, okay, I can add you to the list. And that will also help me make sure that I don't miss your notification. Okay. So again, make sure that you add that on. Melissa, it looks like you're back up and running.
board, y'all. I am so sorry about that. So Spectrum has had some outages in my area, and they told us we were all good to go, but apparently we're still spotty. So I apologize for that. Let me bring back up that Wheel of Names. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Stephanie, did you tell them all while I was probably frozen on screen
Yeah.
about how we were giving the book away using the Wheel of Names?
Yes, I did. And if you need me to go
Perfect,
first, I'm
perfect,
happy
perfect,
to.
perfect.
If you need to
Okay, so let's
figure out
share
your
my
Wi-Fi.
screen. Sorry about this. My computer is like, nah, we don't want to do what you want us to do. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I know, right? Like fingers crossed and prayers up. I got work to do here, Spectrum. I need you to be with me.
I mean, I might win, even though math is not my
All right, there
forte.
we go. We are not winning by default. We are not winning by technical error.
If you don't have Wi-Fi, maybe.
which by the way, if you've been with us before, everybody wins. Everybody gets resources. Everybody learns. Everybody grows. Stephanie just and I just really love a friendly competition. All right, so this is how this is going to go. The wheel is going to tell us who goes first. Usually we roll, and whoever rolls gets to decide. Whoever's lands, that's who's going to go first. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so going first is, thank you, Michael, for your patience. No! Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh.
Okay, all right, it's okay. I can go first. I got it. I can go first. I got it. Oh, I'm all good. I'm all good.
Okay, well, good luck.
So,
I'm gonna start a timer.
I got it. I got it. I am good. I'm good. Actually, I'm going to close this. Maybe if I close that tab, my computer will uh, like me a little bit more. So, I am going to be featuring a couple of different tools in this 7 minutes, 7-ish minutes that I have here. Please feel free to follow along if you would like. Usually, I'll have some links in this slide deck. There aren't so many in there today. We're going to be working here together, and we're going to be working on Pear Deck. Give me a shout out in the chat if you've ever used Pear Deck. If you have not, you're going to see what it is all about today as we look into MathReps. So I introduced myself already. My name is Melissa Kincaid. I just keep this slide on here if you want to grab the slide deck just so that you can get in touch with me if you want to after the session. I always tell everyone I am open and willing to partner with anyone. If you have any questions, need resources, want to share resources, need somebody to celebrate with, I'm here. Reach out to me. So I have my hallelujah dance on today because, like I said before, I'm so excited that we're doing a strategy that is primarily about math. So today we're going to explore the MathReps website because we already talked about what this strategy was about. I just want to show you how you can get some resources out there. And then we're going to show you how to use Pear Deck to engage your students because Lisa's already made it so super easy for you to have the resources that Pear Deck is going to make it even easier for you to engage your students with that. So this is the MathReps website, and I'll throw that in the chat here so that we all have it. This site really does have a ton, and I mean a ton of great resources. I love how it's organized because right up top are the free templates, right? Give a shout out for free. I read free templates and I was like, there's going to be a caveat in here somewhere. No, y'all. There are tons of templates for just about every grade, including high school. Including high school. Sometimes our high school teachers, our high school math classes are left out of the conversation of these type of like productive repetitive strategies that we feel is for when you're foundationally building mathematics. But learning is still new at a high school level. So I love that there are templates for high school concepts as well. So then there's also templates that are specific for if you're on Cami. I'm sure that Stephanie will show us about that. There is a white book resource that you can get as well, and also some Nearpod lessons. There are also some specific ones for Pear Deck, but I found them a little bit hard to search for. So I'm just going to show you how to use these ones and then upload them on Pear Deck. So when you go to the MathReps website, which my internet is not working with me, I am going to choose 5th grade because that was the class that I was in before I became a trainer. I love my 5th graders. Click on it, has a collection of slides that are editable, that are customizable, that you can use in your classroom. And the different slides all focus on key mathematical concepts for that grade, but they're not all the same. And I also like that some of them are more game based, and then some of them are also just kind of procedural or just for the students to do independently, I should say. This first slide I absolutely love. I'm going to press use template here so that it opens it up. So where I can put it in, it puts it directly in my drive to where I can customize. But it starts off with the notes for teachers, which I love because if you've never used this MathRep strategy before, it kind of gives you an approximate timeline, how to use the MathReps. It also tells you the licensing, which I absolutely love that too. We want to make sure that we're always respecting the intellectual property of our coworkers, right? Teachers are creators, and we want to make sure that we give them their flowers with all of their hard work. So look at this, y'all. Look at all of these examples. I'm going to go here so that way you can see how all of the slides look. But each one of them, if you can see, has, let's go to one specifically. I'm going to go to this one actually because it's more my speed. This is more my aesthetic. I love colors and that kind of stuff. So each one of the slides is kind of like doing the same thing for a different number or a different concept each day. Remember, it's a rep, meaning we need to have repetition in the strategy, but in maybe a different context or using a different number. So, for example, this particular one, you would have a number of the day, and then each day students are going through the repetition of identifying its place value, writing it in word form, writing it in expanded form. So the skills that they're using are being repetitive, right? Just like I'm doing reps on the same muscle, but then it's a different number. It may be a larger number, it may be a smaller number, maybe one with a decimal, maybe one that's a whole number. But the point is to make sure that the students are always using that skill. What does it mean to be in the tens place? What does it mean to multiply by 10? What does it mean to divide by 10? That skill they're constantly using every day so that it just becomes second nature. And there are a lot of these on here. And like I said before, they're all completely editable. You can change the fonts, you can change anything. Now, you can print these out if you're using these just individually for your students. I'm a tree hugger, so I love to do things digitally. And I also love to do things interactively and in ways that I can screenshot a student's work and use it for another purpose. Yes, if you don't do that, you may hear me say that in a couple of these. I highly recommend that you screenshot students' work because then they're doing the work and not you. If I use a digital resource and I screenshot what the student did, I can use that for my favorite mistake. I can show that on another assessment as an example. I can show an exemplar, and it's all in the student's handwriting and it's their work. You definitely want to ask them permission to use that, but I love highlighting students' work and then being able to use it for other purposes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up in Pear Deck. And I am going to actually, I invite you to go on the Pear Deck with me because I want to show you what it looks like as a teacher here on the live stream, but also have you experience it as a student really quickly on your own computer. So Pear Deck is an extension. So I go right here to my extensions and I have Pear Deck for Google Slides. Open that up. While that's opening up, I will tell you that Pear Deck is freemium. There is a free version of Pear Deck. The paid version is definitely more robust. It gives you access to the teacher dashboard that allows you to see in a little bit more detail and reflect and review and auto grade what the students are doing on Pear Deck. But the free version does still allow the students to interact. So I am actually going to go here. Let me actually switch my screen here because I did have a couple that were already had my Pear Deck enabled. There we go. Let's bring that extension. Stephanie, I'm sure I am over time. How am I doing on time?
Oh, you're over, but you can keep going.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna blame these tech issues I seem to be having with my computer. Good Lord. So this is how you can make your lessons interactive. And then once you choose the type of activity that you want it to be, it'll show this bar so that the kids know what they're supposed to do on that screen. So here is an example. We're just going to do one. I pulled in that math rep that I just got from Lisa's website, and then I added on for students to be able to draw. So when I press start lesson, the students, when they go on Pear Deck, are going to be able to draw on top of that slide and show me their work. Now with Pear Deck, you can also I'm going to make this student pace just so you can roll through it as a student. You can make it student pace or instructor pace. If it's instructor pace, then the kids are kind of stuck on the screen that you're working in. And if it's student pace, then they can go at their own pace. Definitely a use case for each one of those. It's completely up to you. I like to start with instructor pace a lot, and then there'll be specific slides that I'll let them work on their own. So actually, Stephanie, I think that my computer is probably not going to let us do this Pear Deck activity in any respectful amount of time. So I am going to pause here. Please let me know if you have any questions in the chat. While you're presenting yours, Stephanie, I'm going to try and shut this down and boot it back up and see if it's see if it'll be nice to me.
That sounds good. Okay, so I am ready to battle now. Again, I think my internet's running a little bit better, so hopefully we have, hopefully that helps to my benefit today, right? So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to Cami. And right here, when you go into the Kami dashboard, you can type in kami.app or you can click on the Kami extension. Both will take you to the Kami dashboard. Once you're here, it's under trending templates. So under trending templates, and you can browse templates. So I'm going to click browse, and I just come over to the search bar and I type in MathReps. And I got to work with Lisa and our design team on these beautiful MathReps. There's all the way from kindergarten to 5th grade. So on that site with MathReps, you can bring over those templates to Kami. But if you come into Kami and use the Kami library, these templates are beautiful. I taught 5th grade, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this 5th grade one and hit open with Kami. Once you open it with Kami, you'll notice that the templates, again, they're just so pretty. I love the colors. There's also an answer key for you if you're like, how does this math rep work? Because sometimes you're not like Melissa, you're not the math whiz, and you're like, oh, what does this mean? So again, these are on here and they're beautiful for you to use. There are, if you use the select tool, draggables. So you are able to find different draggables on these different slides, and your students can use them to manipulate anything that they need to. So maybe, for example, if you are working with kindergarteners, I'm going to again open this up into Kami. Once I open it up into Kami, there's going to be a calendar over here once it loads. And my students, again, they are able to use that select tool and they can drag all of these different shapes around onto their math rep. So again, it's allowing them to move things. It's allowing them to circle, allowing them to think. So let me save it to my Google Drive first, and then we can move them wherever we need to on that document. And what I love about MathReps is its file review. It's not just the one and done. And I think we had a really great reminder here. It's awesome, right? You're covering multiple standards and you can love this concept. So again, it's just a great way for your students to engage with the learning. So now that I've got my MathReps, I'm going to first click on this little box right here and take it into split and merge. What you can do with split and merge is you're able to take different resources and merge them together. So if I wanted to add my math resources, my math notes, I can add my math notes on this topic so my students had something to reference. Or I can delete. So right here, I want to delete the answer key because I don't want my students to have the answer key. I don't want them to have this page. I don't want them to have these pages. And now I can duplicate because again, it's rinse and repeat. We want our students to rinse and repeat these strategies. And so once I'm ready to export this and I can open this back up into Kami. All you have to do is change the number. So again, it's very low prep for you as a teacher, just like 8 parts. We just added a new image when we wanted to use it. Here I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I just have to add my number right here. So I can just type any number that I want to. I don't know why I added letters, but I can add any number right here. I can change my number for this day. Oh, there's some more letters. Man, my fingers today. I can add some more numbers down here, right? And so again, my students are able to get all of these different numbers to practice in its spiral review. All I have to do is change the number. Very low prep. So then once I'm done, I can share this to my learning management system. So all I have to do is hit the share button and I can share this right into my Google Classroom. If you use Canvas or Schoology or Microsoft Teams, you can also add it into those as well. So again, I'm going to click create that assignment. It's going to pop up with my Google Classroom. Let's call this MathReps. And I can come in and make a copy for every single student. That way, every student gets their own copy. You choose your class or your classes. You choose your students. Do all of your students need this review or just some of them? And then you can come in, change your points. Maybe I'm going to make it 5 points. They get 1 point each day. You can add it to a topic, and you are ready to assign this. Once you assign it, you're able to go into your Google Classroom, and it's going to be added into your assignment. So again, this works in Canvas, Schoology, Microsoft Teams, and that Google Classroom. And what I love about using Cami with the MathReps is class view. If you have never seen class view before, it can be really helpful. You click on the assignment and you hit open class view. It does have to be created as a Cami assignment, but once it is, I can open up class view and here I can see every single one of my students' screens. And so just like Melissa was saying, I'm going to steal one of her ideas. You can look for mistakes, get permission from that student, and you can talk about it. You can talk with your class. Hey guys, I saw this one mistake. How could we correct it? My students can use the text box. They can use the drawing tool, but I can also get them talking, which is a strategy that I've really learned from Melissa is we want our students talking about math. And so I can use the voice comment or the video features to allow my students to pause, reflect. Why is it 100 times greater? What is it when it's in word form? How do you say it? How do you pronounce it? So my students can talk about their math and make their learning even stronger. So again, I can use this to see how they're doing on their work in real time. So that way I know, are they grasping this? Do we need to do another math rep? Or can we move on to the next concept to see if they're ready to master that? It's giving me feedback in real time. And if my students struggle, I can go to my interactive board, click that green button up here in the right corner. Now it's purple. And I can work out the example together with the class. We can talk together. I can write on my interactive board and I can hit update all. And all of those updates will go to my students. So maybe we do Monday together. They try Tuesday, some of it, but again, we're maybe doing some mini lessons or direct instruction, and I can use that update all, and we're able to push it out, and then they can use that as an example to help them with the rest of the week. One more tip, just because Melissa went over time, and I'm sure I'm over time, is if your students open up that math rep, they are able to click on this little eyeball right here, and you can do 2-page view. So if you have a worked out example on page 1, this 2-page view might be able to help your students so they don't have to scroll down. They can look side by side at what they did yesterday to help them remember the concepts. So again, that could be a great way for you and your students when using MathReps. Whew. How's your Wi-Fi? Oh, you're muted.
I think it's getting there. I do really apologize for it. I will put in the chat the Pear Deck link. That way you can play around with it a little bit. If you have not seen, I really apologize to Pear Deck. I think it's really unfair that I couldn't really show them because it is a really great resource, but I want to respect everybody's time. But I'll put it in the chat. That way you can check it out if you want to as a student. I think that you're going to love Pear Deck for an engagement piece. The moment. Oh, before we vote, by the way, I was today years old when I learned about this update all in Cami.
You need to show all of the
features. Yes, I did not know about that.
Think about it. You guys have clear touch boards. Chromebooks are down. They assign it, to everybody's Canvas. They write on it, and then they hit update all, and all of the notes go to the students.
Now, will it override the notes that the students have put in, the annotations?
No, it will keep their notes. It might just be overlapped depending on the placement of it on the page, but they won't get deleted.
Now, that's not an excuse, by the way, for you guys to vote for Stephanie. That is amazing, but you still want to vote for Pear Deck just because you're pitting me and my issues with Spectrum currently.
She's gonna call Spectrum after this and be like,
"How dare you!" All right, folks, the time has come. Now, everybody wins, but we love to see which of the two you found was the most impactful. So we would like for you to put in the chat, which one would you like to try? Do you want to try Pear Deck because you trust me that it's amazing, even though my internet is being goofy on me? Or do you want to try Cami because it is amazing and so is Stephanie? Go ahead and put your vote in the chat. What do you think the vote's going to go to? Stephanie?
I don't know. I did steal some of your terminology.
I think I might have had a pity vote. I think I'm you like the girls that cry on The Bachelor, Vote for 1 week.
I know, right?
Michael, do vote. Oh, I can't even say vote for Ohio because we're both from Ohio.
Yeah, we are both.
Definitely
Vote for New
see.
Jersey.
We need to get our New Jersey slang up.
I know, right?
So while we're putting those votes in the chat, Stephanie, do we want to tell them, share if we have any other resources, and also tell them what we're doing next time?
Oh, I don't know if they're ready for next time.
I don't know if they're ready either. I'm excited. Y'all thought that I was excited about this math reps. I am super excited about what we have cooking. Hint, hint. Next app battle, which will happen in the new year, by the way, will be in January. I'm not sure if we have the date yet. I think we have the date.
I want to say
I
the
don't remember.
14th, but I could be wrong.
But you definitely want to put it on your calendar, y'all. You definitely want to put it on your calendar. Do you want to be the one to tell them, Stephanie?
Yeah, it's the 9th. Okay. So it's my first Edu protocol that I ever used. Okay. So it was the first one I ever tried and it hooked me. So it's Iron Chef. It's the first Edu protocol that hooked me in. And we have a special guest. Any guesses out there who our special guest might be?
For Iron Chef.
And this is hard because there's like a 10-second lag, from StreamYard to YouTube. So I'm like, we got to wait a little bit. Like Michael finally responded, but it feels like we said it forever ago, but actually he responded on time.
We'll also make sure, let's re-put in the chat how to win the book from Lisa. Again, I think that I cut out before I got a chance to finish my like nerd moment last time, but I don't even have this math reps book from Lisa. I'm new in my Edge Protocol journey. I want to make sure that I get one of the books, but she's giving it away to one of y'all for free. And I'm kind of jealous. So make sure that you just post on social media. You can post about the app battle. You can post about your favorite math rep. You can post anything that you want to say, hey, that I was there. Make sure that you tag Stephanie and us, hashtag app battle, and then we will be using the wheel of names to find a winner for our book from Lisa, who gave that to us.
Yeah, so coming up next is Iron Chef, and Michael, you got it. It is the lunch
lady.
I think Michael gets one name for guessing that, and then another name if he posts on social media.
I like that. We're gonna give you 2 entries.
Right,
We're gonna give Michael 2 entries. I like that.
You could get 2 entries, Michael, if you post on social, but you already got one for guessing the lunch lady correctly. So nice job, Michael.
And for those of you who do not know the lunch lady, she is the alter ego of Kat Crawford, the amazing Kat. She is an absolutely brilliant and creative ed tech trainer and teacher. So she's going to join us and we're going to have some fun. It's going to run a little bit different than our typical app battles. It's going to follow a different format because you're going to have 3 of us battling out. You're not going to know what to expect. If you're like me and you're a Food Network junkie, it's going to kind of be like Chopped. You don't know what's in the mystery box. We're just going to have a lot of fun, and you want to put that on your calendar.
I mean, just look at her.
I have an exclusive lunch lady trading card that I got at ISTE, by the way.
Yeah.
She is definitely a winner. She won the what was the name? It was the cook-off at ISTE?
Yeah, the bake-off. She did win.
They did a really good job. She's going to be joining us next time. And thank you so much for joining us this time. Thank you for being patient with my crazy internet issues here. Please hop on Pear Deck and check it out. If you just want to meet on a Google Meet sometime to just check Pear Deck out, I'm definitely up for that. Shoot me up on social media or send me an email. And thank you so much for coming and learning with us today.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good night.